Eastern PA Weather Authority Meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for August 30th, 2016. Almost to the end of the month here, but for your Tuesday, we're going to have high pressure and control of the area today. We had a weak front go through yesterday. You really didn't notice it that much, but it did in fact go through. And we had, other than a wind shift, you really couldn't tell because we didn't have any precipitation with it, associated with it. But that will lower temperatures slightly today. Not much, though. Maybe 2 degrees, 3 degrees lower than what it was on Monday afternoon. Otherwise, bright sunshine again and another fantastic low humidity afternoon. So not much to speak of in the precipitation department going forward here. We go into Wednesday. It did look like we were going to have an opportunity for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Here's the actual front, though, and this is now Wednesday evening. You see it's well to the west here, so our only hope was for a prefrontal trough axis to form out ahead of this to become the focus of scattered showers and thunderstorms. That is not happening on the latest model run, so we're going to steer away from the prefrontal trough. Not completely abandon it just yet, but looks like the models are trending away from that. So the precipitation should be with the front, and part of the reason that might not be happening is we still have this very strong ridge over the eastern and southeastern part of the United States. Now, it is exiting, but when you have a cold front that's going to be running into that ridge there, it kind of loses its steam as it moves through. The only saving grace for this front, though, is there's a very cool surge of air coming in behind this, and this is probably the coolest surge of air we've had so far this season, where we're going to have we had one of these a couple weeks ago, but not quite this intense. I think the temperature is going to drop off by a good 10 degrees, if not more, 10 to 12 degrees from what we're experiencing this week by the time we get to Thursday, Friday, heading into the holiday weekend. But here's this late look at the surface map late in the day on Wednesday. So once you get past this point, we do have the opportunity for this front to come through in the overnight period to give us some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Let's get over to the NAM real quick because I want to show you that too. The NAM is also keeping this further to the west, not developing anything along a prefrontal trough axis. This is the evening hours. This is looking at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So the daylight hours should go without a hitch, it looks like. But once you get into the late evening, you start seeing our western counties starting to get into some of these showers and thunderstorms, and then that will spread eastward overnight. Still uncertain how far south this gets yet. The NAM's want to keep this a little bit further north with the showers and thunderstorms activity. This would be in the wee hours in the morning by the time this would come through here on the NAM. And the global models are a little bit more enthused with keeping this going into the morning and further south and east also. So the front comes through. This is a look at Thursday morning. Still some leftover showers in the morning. Some clouds and showers will be hanging around, and then we're going to have decreasing clouds from northwest to southeast across the coverage area. So we're going to get this out of here, looks like in the afternoon, but that's going to be slower to clear down in these areas here, in the far southeastern areas from, say, Philadelphia and point south and east to Delaware and southern New Jersey. So it will take a little bit longer there to clear out on Thursday, but I think we're just dealing with showers at that point. And you can see the next frame by the evening, pretty much everybody's in the clear now, maybe just a leftover shower for the southeastern areas, and that's about it. So again, this trough that's following this is going to be very, very a very, very abrupt change from what we've been experiencing. So we're going to have temperatures that are going to be on Friday in some places stuck in the 70s. Now, if you look down to the bottom, the extreme southern part of your image here, this here is what will likely become a tropical storm. I don't want to name this one yet because there's another one lurking out here. Actually, let me back up a little bit. There's another one lurking here. This is a tropical depression. This is TD8 right here. This has the possibility to become a tropical storm also, and it's just going to come down to which one forms first. It gets names first. One will be Hermine, and the other one will be Ian. So unclear if this one's really going to take off, though, because the models don't really like this thing developing too much, and it's just kind of weak and ragged looking on the satellite imagery. The other one is the old Invest 99L that we were talking about for a while, and it's finally getting its act together. It looks like northwest of Cuba. It's going to enter a more favorable environment in the central Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to make a curve back toward the Big Bend area of Florida, where we think it's going to make landfall, and then head northeast from there. So you can see this entering the picture right here down by Savannah, and what we think is going to end up happening, because this front is here, this front, cold front's coming through, this is going to be our saving grace here. This is a look at late Thursday. You have this trough coming in and the cooler air. This is probably at this point going to be a tropical storm as it crosses over Florida, and it might even become a Category 1 hurricane as it heads out in this direction like this. It's going to be picked up by this trough axis and not allowed to come further north because this trough is moving down to the southeast. And no, it's not going to bend this trough back in or anything like that. We're just expecting The winds, the steering winds along the front are like this out of the southwest out ahead of it. So it's going to pick this up and take it to the northeast. The only thing that will do, we think, is going to increase rip currents and surf right along the Jersey Shore points, Delaware beaches, all the way down to Ocean City, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay. Actually, continue that down North Carolina as well. South Carolina, they're going to have some rough surf down there, especially because they're going to be closer proximity to it. But even up here, we'll get the dangerous rip currents and the increased surf as a result of this system. As it takes off to the northeast, you can see it right here by Myrtle Beach here on early Friday morning, and then from that point it takes off to the east-northeast because that trough picks it up and takes it out of here, but it still could be a strong tropical storm or even a Category 1 hurricane before it takes off to the northeast. But this being in this position, the wave heights from this could be coming in pretty strong right into the Jersey Shore, right into Ocean City, Maryland, right into the Delaware Bay area here. So we'll get some pretty good surf, rough surf, and some rip current warnings going up for this later in the week, I expect. Other than that, our area is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be a nice weekend over the entire coverage area. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're going to go through the entire holiday weekend here. Here's a look at late Saturday. This system's not pulling away, so the rip currents and rough surf is going to improve down there at the shore. Here's a look at Sunday, no precipitation. Labor Day, Monday, no precipitation. It's going to be bright and sunny all weekend, just a perfect weekend. It won't be too hot. Temperatures will be kind of right around, hang around average, we think. Starting off below average slightly by the time we start the weekend, but we're going to end the weekend slightly above. So very nice weekend coming up. No precipitation, big dome of high pressure in control of our weather. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for August 30th, 2016. Have a great Tuesday.